Welcome back to day 3. I hope your days leading up to the election are going smoothly. Today, in our quest for sanity, we're going to talk about creating healthy boundaries. And this is really about protecting your energy. It's a huge drain on us when we are surrounded with what we perceive to be hostile forces, whether it's the advertisements. I don't know about you, I've probably got 50 text messages telling me who needs money, they need the vote, yada, yada, yada. It can be exhausting, and so we just kind of want to shut that out. And so I want to introduce some ideas that may help you with this. So let's talk about what boundaries are. So boundaries are not necessarily this whole idea about keeping people out. But it is about deciding what you will allow in. It's like a fence or it's like a gate. It protects your energy and helps you stay sane in these overwhelming times. So it might be limiting the amount of exposure that you have to something. For example, I'm only going to watch movies. I am not going to watch cable TV. I'm going to put away my phone, or I'm not going to look at my text messages. Once a day, I'm going to hit junk mail, junk mail, junk mail, junk mail, or junk text, whatever it is. You're going to limit it as opposed to being constantly surrounded or saturated with it. So again, this analogy of a fence or a gate keeps the good stuff in, bicycles, balls, kites, whatever it might be, keeps the bad stuff out. Trash, intruders, things like that. You control the gate. You get to decide what's in, what's out. If you've struggled with setting boundaries before, we've talked about this in the podcast quite a bit, you need a script. You need to be able to inform people that you don't expect them to change. We have no success in changing others. We will only inform them how we will respond given a certain situation. So it might be, I appreciate that you have stayed really well informed in the past. You keep up on the news, you try to make good choices, etc. But moving forward, until after the election, I am not going to join you in watching the news. I just need some space, okay? And, this is to protect my sanity, whatever it might be. It could be the same thing about discussions. You're not going to engage in any political discussions for the next few days. You're not going to speculate about what's going to happen. You get to decide. You get to participate in as many of these things as you'd like, or you can protect yourself from those things and put this fence in place, close the gate, whatever you want to call it. You don't need to explain yourself. It's just how you are choosing to behave. You are informing them. You're not criticizing them for continuing their behavior. That's up to them. So be sure to not use it as an excuse to vent anger or be hostile. It's just simply like, hey, I've watched the news with you every day forever, but I just need a break. You're welcome to watch the news. I'm going to create my own space. Okay? And then do fill it with something that you want inside the fence or inside that gate, whether it be cooking, reading, whatever it might be that fills you up and, kind of disentangles all the crud from the day. Okay? So your homework for today, short and sweet lesson today, is to set a new boundary today and see how it feels. And one of the best boundaries I think you can set is with a timer. To say, yeah, I'm going to read the headlines, but I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes, and as soon as that timer goes off, I'm going to go do something different. I'm actually going to physically leave this environment or this room or close the paper, whatever it might be, see how it feels. I would highly recommend this with any social media. Limit yourself to 10, 15 minutes. You want to feel like you know what's going on, but at the same time, you don't want it to suck the life out of you. So choose a boundary, see how it feels. If you really like it, I challenge you to repeat it again the next day. Okay? So if you want to learn more about boundaries, we talk about boundaries in the book. We talk about boundaries on the podcast. There's a lot of opportunities. As I mentioned, the book's on sale for this week. It's also available on Audible, newly available. So click the link below if you want to learn more. Otherwise, join us tomorrow for another great